That's a great start. I'm here, my mic. Hello and welcome back to another live stream, another watch along, especially, and yeah, PSG versus Borussia Dortmund. As usual, make sure to like the video as you're coming in and subscribing. And yesterday's watch along was fun. Seeing Man United get battered by Crystal Palace. Obviously, I was going to do the Champions League watch alongs for you. Now let's share the lineups for PSG Dortmund. Donnarumma is in goal, the walking howler. Hakimi, Marquinhos, Beraldo, Mendes, Zaire Emery, Vitinha, Fabio Ruiz is the same midfield three as the first leg. And Ousmane Dembele, Goncalo Ramos, and Kylian Mbappe, who's playing off the left this time, who had a terrible game last week because Luis Enrique played him in the middle, and then brought Kolo Muani on for Barcola, and then we're still playing Mbappe down the middle and Kolo Muani on the left. In terms of strikers, he's not really a striker for me. Definitely someone who's better off the left. Borussia Dortmund, Cabell in goal, Ryerson, Hummels, Schlotterbeck, and Matson. By the way, Hummels and Schlotterbeck, especially Schlotterbeck, amazing in the first leg. Matson was good as well, so was Ryerson. Sabitzer and Emre Can in a pivot behind. I'm pretty sure it's the same lineup as last week. Sancho, Brandt, Adeyemi, and Fulkrook. Fulkrook getting the only goal of the time so far. Jadon Sancho performed really well. They're showing on TNT the amount of chances that PSG had. And they did have chances, but I think ultimately, I think Borussia Dortmund deserved to win that game in terms of being the better overall team. It was by far them. It was by far Borussia Dortmund. They had a game plan and it worked. My only criticism was the fact that maybe they should have got more goals at home. That was my main criticism. Give me a sec, people. Just give me a sec. That should be fine. All right. Got to get things out of shot sometimes because this is still my room. It's not no studio room, unfortunately. If this was a studio room, it'd be much better set up. That's why I've got the West Ham shirts in the background. Um, this is getting to the exciting part of the season because obviously it's the Champions League semi-finals where everyone's usually very curious of who's going to get into the finals, obviously. And it's actually, I don't think anybody expected Borussia Dortmund to get to the semi-final. I think every year PSG got overhyped into uh, being this that is going to be finally their year to win the Champions League, and it never usually comes into fruition or anything like that. However, with Dortmund, they've got a chance to write history, and I think it's their first fight. It will be their first final in what, a decade now. It was How long ago was that Bayern final? I'm pretty sure that was a decade. Um, must have been over. It must have been either 2013. I think it must have been 2013. Um, if I'm looking at, yeah, it was 2013. It happened May the 25th. It was in I know it was at Wembley, but I didn't know what year it was. Obviously, Bayern won. It was never going to be Dortmund winning against Bayern in the Champions League final. Could you imagine that? Obviously, they could face Bayern in the final. Obviously, we'll talk about that game more tomorrow. But at the same time, Bayern have a chance, but it's Real Madrid. It's still Real Madrid at the end of the day. Well, it would be really dead if it was a PSG Bayern Munich final. I don't want to watch that again. Last time that happened, that was probably the worst Champions League final I watched. That and the Liverpool Tottenham one. Those were the worst Champions League finals I've watched. Um, I would love a Bayern Dortmund final, and I would love a PSG Real Madrid final. The Mbappe storyline or a full Bundesliga thing. But overall, at the same time, I know I just said two outcomes of who can finish in the final, but I want Dortmund to win purely because PSG are overrated. Probably the most overrated club ever, most overhyped club, and most underachieving club ever. Um, and I don't want Harry Kane to win anything. So ideally, a Dortmund Real Madrid final, you take that. But if you're looking at that from a neutral point of view, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that'll be the best. I'm not sure that'll be the best final. I'm not sure Dortmund can handle Real Madrid. If that's just me being completely honest. But as you're coming in, guys, make sure to like and subscribe, of course. Hope everything's working, and we've been shown a lot of support over the past 2 weeks, I'd say. So I really do appreciate that. Uh, the subscribers are going up, etc. But we want to keep our foot on the necks with that one, and hopefully we get a good game tonight. Because yesterday was fun because we just chatted a bag of shit on the watch along. We were reminiscing on other times. We were talking about school and shit. And if the regulars uh are still will be in the chat eventually, we'll obviously chat like we always do. Chat like we always do every watch along, and we'll just ramble on again because that's what got me through that game. Because that game was fun to watch because it was Man United losing yesterday, but at the same time, it wasn't a great watch. Like, it wasn't a great watch. It wasn't the greatest of watches that I could really think of. Like, it wasn't some mad game of football to watch. It was pretty much a domination. It was a domination from Crystal Palace. It was a domination to watch. Mbappe is obviously going to be the one with all eyes on him in this semi-final because he's the big name. He's the guy who's going to move to Real Madrid in the summer. I know it's not here we go yet, but surely this has to be the year. If he doesn't move to Real Madrid this summer, it's not fantastic. It's one of the biggest L's in football. It's one of the biggest L's in football because we've been hearing about this storyline, about this transfer for so long now. We've been hearing about it for a very long time. And it's one of them sagas that you get sick of. I remember the Kai Havertz when he first moved to Chelsea. That was nearly done for about 2 months. When you look at Pogba back to Man United, that was a long saga. Sancho to Manchester United, that was a year and a half saga. That was a saga that happened for pretty much a year and a half. And then they still couldn't use him properly. And you'll see in this game, he'll play well today. He'll play well today. I could almost guarantee that Jadon Sancho will play well today. I'm just gonna get the scoreline up because obviously it hasn't started, but that's the new thing I do in this watch alongs. I don't want the bar to be too big though, because last time we had some dodgy comments. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm expecting a good game. Leave your score predictions in the chat. Kylian Mbappe shaking Eden Terzic's hand. Jadon Sancho, all eyes on him from the first leg as well. All right, let's get into this. The game has started. PSG kicked off. Sorry if you heard that sound. That was from my Mac. All right, everything should be good. Let's go. Obviously, all the onus, I think the right word is onus, is on PSG. They're at home. They're losing. They need 2 goals. They're going to be the team that opens up. Can Dortmund count on that? I really want Dortmund to do it. PSG are a storyline club, especially in the Champions League, where they make it dramatic. They make it like you couldn't write this script sort of game. And full correct, there was a brilliant centre forward play last time, so hopefully he can do that again. Jadon Sancho. He gave Nuno Mendes a horrid game last time. Again, good centre forward play from Fulkirk again. Minute in. Julian Brandt, that's a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. If Dortmund get an early goal, it could be long for PSG, you know. Could be long. If I'm Dortmund, I'm not gonna open up into overall. I'm not gonna open up completely, but I'm gonna try and get a goal early on just to put more pressure on PSG. Very high line from PSG. What a weird free kick. That was a pointless. That was a really bad free kick. I don't know what the plan was there. See what Luis Enrique can cook up, because I think Luis Enrique is slightly overrated. Here's Hakimi. Cut out by Matson again, who had, by the way, another man who had a good game for Dortmund. That's terrible pass from Fulkrug. The thing is, like, the bad thing about PSG, if they lose, it's going to be all on Mbappe. And if they win, it's going to be all on Mbappe. Like, they're not really going to talk about anyone else. They might talk about Dembele just because of how he performed against Barca, and he's a big name. You know, big brand and all that. Hakimi and Dembele obviously played against their former club. You forget that Hakimi was at Dortmund, beating out he was at Inter Real Madrid before as well. Dembele was at Dortmund, and I think before he's at Rennes, then Dortmund, then Barca. Ramos, saved by Cabell. It was a decent cross. Obviously, Goncalo Ramos, I don't think he got a minute in the first leg. I'm not sure whether he was injured or whatever. I can't remember if he was on the bench or not. But he didn't get a minute. Dortmund played out the back. That's out for throwing. Make sure to like the video as you come in and subscribe if you're new. And if you aren't new, share it to someone that isn't subscribed so we can get the road to 500 subscribers right at the bottom. And then after that, it's road to 1,000. Just go up and up and up. Hakimi's got a lot of space. That's a terrible cross. You can't have that much space and then cross it straight into the goalkeeper. It's a good switch from Schlotterbeck. You can see this being an open game, and that's more unexpected for a second leg. Like in the second leg, you expect it to be a bit more cagey because this is the game now. This is like the first leg is literally like the first half of the whole game. Hummel straight on Mbappe there, gave him no time. Oh, Brandt under pressure there. Marquinhos to Hakimi. Marquinhos straight in there. They're playing there. Well, Mendes is slightly playing inside. He's further forward, but he's playing inside and letting Mbappe just hug the touchline. Hakimi's hugging the touchline on the other side. I can't tell whether if you're Matson, would you rather come up against Hakimi 1v1? I think you'd rather come up against Hakimi 1v1 because if you shift a fullback onto their weaker foot, they're less dynamic. Dembele's got both feet. He's not great. He's not a great player. He's a good player, but he's not a great player. But he's more dynamic 1v1 than Hakimi. Here's Dembele. Another cross again. Mbappe on the volley. Straight at Cabell again. Schlotterbeck with a switch across to Ryerson. Hummels. Marquinhos. Dortmund kind of sitting in their shape. They're not pressing as high as they were in first leg. Sancho's got the ball now. I could have put Sancho behind there. Emre Can, like, Dortmund, like, they're just, everyone's trying to just win the ball back off each other so far. It's a bit scrappy. Very scrappy. It's Sancho tackled by Mendes. It's got to be an outlet here for Dortmund on the throw-in. I think they're definitely running down the clock though. Mendes cutting that out. Fabian Ramos is Fabian again. They're just, as soon as the ball gets to anywhere near the zones that Mbappe is trying to get to, they are on it. They are on it straight away. Been an interesting opening 8 minutes, I have to say, because it's not even like there's been mad chances or anything, but just the way the teams are playing is just interesting to me. I think I saw a headline for Fabrizio that I might read out if there's nothing happening. Dembele taken on Brandt. Taken too long there. Should have slipped to Hakimi. Fabrizio said Lloyd Kelly, Newcastle top target as free agent. So I don't know whether they're trying to get him and Tosin, but those two would be smart signings, and obviously, um, uh, Eddie Howe knows Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth. Matson to Brandt. Matson to Adeyemi. Hakimi intercepting. I can't tell where this is going to go because both teams have had the ball a bit. Marquinhos ball over the top for Mbappe. Ryerson, great defending, great reading of the game. Jadon Sancho. That's what I like in a player. What Sancho just did just there. I'm generally not trying to like overhype him or anything, but some players would just kick that out. He took too long on the ball there. Some players would just kick that out. The ability to just do simple things by chesting the ball and then driving with it when you're kind of under pressure. When players are going to be straight onto you, that's good. Not only good coaching, but that's just good instinct. You know, it's good instinct, especially as a footballer. Oh, Marquinhos had that. Go on, Sancho. Oh, that's a beautiful flick. I think that ball was meant to be into someone else, but Adeyemi got there. Oh, Donnarumma, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? He just passed it straight out. Not in here for the mistakes. Donnarumma is a mess. He is a mess. He's been a mess for a long time. What's this going to be? A long throw? Ryerson with the long throw. Full crook. Adeyemi is deflected and over the bar. Good move, though. That simple long throw, chest it to the edge of the area and strike it. Dortmund with the corner. If they catch PSG on a set piece, that's a howler. Julian Brandt with the corner is headed out by Marquinhos. All right, Mbappe, Dembele. They could counter it. They could really counter it. It's a Kimi. Probably going to slow it down because Dortmund have got their players back straight away. Yeah, that was a failed counter. I can't lie. That was a really big failed counter. Oh, Vitinha, that's a beautiful pass. Ramos is wide. You got to look better when you're striking the ball like that. Ball from Cabell been cut out there. Hummels has been straight on Mbappe this whole game. Sancho. That pass cut out there. Dembele. Emre Can, he's been here a while. He's been in football for a while. Juventus and Liverpool as well. I can't remember who else he played for. I want to say he played for Schalke, but I'm not too sure. I doubt he would have played for Schalke actually, because literally playing for their rivals now. Then again, it's happened before. Oh, Sancho's gone past Mendes again, but there's not really much of an option that he can take the ball on. Ryerson get doubled up on. Ramos is doing more tracking back than Mbappe. I think that's done on purpose. Is Ryerson? I don't know how he's even remotely into the box. Oh, Mbappe's done well there to back heel a bit. It's too much. Here's Brandt, Ryerson. See how Dortmund doing possession, but I feel like PSG have had more of the ball. Dortmund are just waiting on those few opportunities they can take. Is Mbappe? Should have just carried on there. You just gave up. You just wanted the foul too much. It's too much time there. It's Julian Brandt. Jadon Sancho. Oh, did too much there. Did too much. Mendes kind of out though. Mendes to Dembele. Go on, Emre Can. Here's Matson. That's a foul. Hakimi just kicked the ball away there. I don't know if he's going to get a yellow for that. Yeah, blatant fouls. Well, Dembele didn't get any of the ball. It wasn't a fierce challenge or anything. It was just a bad tackle. Put the camera higher. Oh, Sancho's done well there to get past Mendes again. Needs to get a good ball in. That's been blocked. This Sancho Mendes battle is good again. It's good again. Like, Sancho ripped Mendes apart the whole time in the first leg. Like, Mendes has been better in the second leg, but it proves you don't have to be completely explosive to be good 1v1, because I think that Mendes is faster than Sancho. Sancho's not slow, but he's not rapid. Ryerson is straight Sunday. Barely watch Ryerson, so I don't know what he's like as a right back. Again, good back to goal play from Fulcrook. He's like a Weghorst type player. Dembele taking on Matson. Again, another terrible cross. Usman Dembele cannot cross. Like, he's not. Him and Hakimi aren't the greatest of crossers. So if they want to go down that right hand side, you got one of them's got to shoot. One of them's just got to focus on shooting, because they've not really played down the left hand side enough. If I'm being completely honest, like, this is exactly what Dortmund won. I can't really. I haven't really seen PSG play with enough intent, to be completely honest. That's a terrible pass from Hakimi again. Hakimi's another one of the players. He might be overrated as well. They're full of overrated players. It already feels like, to me, and I know we're only 20 minutes in, but PSG is slightly running out of ideas. I don't know who they're padding to apart from the owners. There, I don't know. I don't know who these people are. I have no idea who these people are. Boom. It's like PSG can't play through Dortmund. They're just trying to play on the side. So, but it doesn't look like they have any ideas when they get to the wing. Like even in the previous game at Dortmund's ground, Adeyemi helped Matson out a lot, and them two played really well. Like Kimi and Dembele's kind of getting a feel of it a little bit now, but it's not enough. If PSG keep performing like this, their ultras will not be happy. Fabian, Mendes, again another bad cross. That seems to be the theme of the match. It's just PSG swinging in bad crosses. Fabian to Mbappe. It's out for a Dortmund corner. No, maybe not. A goal kick, apparently. Yeah, we see nothing from anyone in a PSG shirt to let anybody know that they've got a chance of playing in this game. I don't know how the Dortmund player got away with that um, thing being a goal kick. I'm pretty sure that was him that kicked it off. I mean, see, even Dortmund are the away team. Dortmund are the team that, uh, well, PSG needs to score more right now, and they're passing the ball smarter. Like they look more confident with the ball. They're opening PSG up a lot more. They look like more of a team, as PSG never looked like more of a team, really. Matt said that was needless. They're just giving the ball away. Back to their defense, trying to play out is Beraldo. Here's Marquinhos. Fabian to Ramos. Coutinho's over the bar. It's Hummels. Matson. Again, even under those pressurized situations, the way they're playing, like Dembele didn't even go and follow Matson there, but they're just playing really nice. Playing some nice stuff, taking their time, waiting for space. They'll continue to just get back to their defense and try and open up PSG again. Oh, that's bad from Ryerson. That's basic stuff. Is Dembele? He's giving the ball away again. This last 10 minutes, I'd say the quality has gone a bit downwards, a bit in terms of a downward spiral. I'd say it's gone down. Is that who I think it is? Beraldo? Mbappe's just looking. Mbappe's highlights have been go on the floor or complain to the ref, lose the ball when a person gets tight to them, and then just complain again. It's been really disappointing from Mbappe. Go on, Adeyemi. Hakimi with the tackle there. I haven't seen much of Adeyemi in this game either, to be fair. Yeah, Adeyemi gets tackled again now. It's a bad choice to counter. Oh, Sancho's kept the ball so well there. Great 1-2. I think Adeyemi's trying to get away from Sancho to try and create space. I get the idea of the back heel there, but that was never going to work. PSG giving the ball away again, and so have Dortmund. A lot of times I've seen the ball given away from both teams in this game. Mendes, that's a smart pass to Mbappe. We see Mbappe try and get in this game now. He's now cutting on his right. Oh, kind of close. There's a proper chance for PSG. Dembele, he just swiped at it. Dembele's just making poor decisions all around. Ugh. All I've seen from Dembele or down this right hand side is failed crosses and just bad decisions overall. Like he didn't need to swipe at it there. That was the first time you've seen PSG really creep into their box. Like with the few chances they've had as well, because every time Dortmund have got the ball, they may not have created high chances either, but they've been better than PSG once again. Here's Mbappe. Dembele to Zaire Dembele. Dembele with a cross. Got up another subscriber. I'd like to thank me for 275 subscribers. We're 25 away from 300. Yo, Fuego, what's up, man? Obviously, it's still 0-0. Looking for someone to um, break the mold in this game almost. I haven't really seen much from both sides in terms of chances, but Dortmund have been better with the ball. PSG have been way more wasteful. Don't particularly think there's much in it, but I would say that if there's anyone that's got more of a chance of going through, it's Dortmund. Yeah, Dortmund are winning. Dortmund are winning 1-0 because that Fulkert guy scored in the first leg. It was a Schlotterbeck ball over the top, straight to Fulkert. And PSG have done nothing since. They hit the post a few times in the first leg, but overall in this whole tie, they haven't really done much at all. If I'm being deadly honest, is Dembele just spinning around? To be fair, they did well there. Hakimi again, bad cross. It's bad from, I think that was Brandt. No, Sabitzer. Goncalo Ramos, Fabian, Mbappe's just swiped it and it's cleared. Mbappe hasn't got into this game at all. It's Brandt. Oh, Dortmund can counter. Adeyemi, this is where you use your pace. This is where you use your pace, Adeyemi. This is where you use your pace, Adeyemi. Adeyemi! It's saved by Donnarumma. We just had 2 chances already. Mbappe swiped it. Quick transition, Adeyemi. Jesus Christ. If you've got him in a counter-attacking side, like, he's beaten most people for pace. Like, it's like Walcott for Arsenal back in the day. I can't believe Walcott at Arsenal is now deemed as back in the day because that shouldn't be back in the day, man. Time moves too fast. Oh, Brandt just giving the ball away there. That's like, again, a terrible cross from Dembele. I was looking at parts to upgrade my PC. I'm assuming PCs are quite expensive though. I've just got a Mac. I just stream on my Mac. It's not the greatest of cameras, don't get me wrong. That's mainly because of lighting. Parts to upgrade a PC. Just clean my glasses. I just use my Mac. I use it for this, YouTube, and playing Football Manager. That's pretty much all I do on here. How have I just cleaned my glasses and it's still not clean? So just a dot, just a stain on my fucking glasses, bruv. Another watch along tomorrow doing Bayern Munich Real Madrid. No watch along on Thursday. I won't be doing any of the games on Thursday. Friday? No, Friday I'm out. I'm out Friday. FIFA used 80% of my RAM. It lags if I try to open something else. Yeah, on my PlayStation. Obviously, I still got PS4. I'm watching it on my. I'm actually watching the game on my PS4. I remember my PlayStation just froze when I tried to download 3 things at the same time. It just fucking crashed. You play? I'm assuming you play FIFA on your PC then, because there's no way you use keyboard controls though. I've always struggled to use keyboard controls on like normal video games. Obviously, Football Manager is different, but um, but with I wouldn't be able to use it without like normal controllers and stuff. Great. It's actually a good save from Donnarumma. Little water break. I don't know who's injured. I used controller on everything in middle school. I was good at with keyboard and mouse. Oh, fair enough. Usually, with people that are good with keyboard and mouse, they're usually like almost the better gamers. Almost they're more skilled gamers. Bit of an argument here. Just seen West Ham Network have got an interview with Gideon Balogun talking about Lopetegui. That should be out tomorrow. They said I'll give that a watch for sure because he's been doing a lot of Lopetegui prop, and that's pretty much the manager it's gonna be our manager. Guess we're gonna have to get used to that. Hope he proves me wrong. Dortmund playing out the back. PSG are applying a bit of pressure, but Dortmund are still calm playing out there. Oh, it's a beautiful long ball. It's a bit full crook. Sancho again. Good pass. Sancho's not wasting time on the ball either. It's terrible cross. Terrible cross. This game's been a bit dead overall, I have to say, but Dortmund are doing all they can because PSG have done fuck all. My local off license is fucking shut as well. It's fucking long. I've had a long day. I've got to go. I've got to go to the same place I was going today, tomorrow as well. I can't be asked to get up early, but whatever. Then I'm gonna be doing another Watchalong. I'm gonna be exhausted by the time it gets to Wednesday night. Would you take Sancho even with Lopetegui? I don't know. I don't know how Lopetegui would use Sancho. I probably would. I probably would take the risk if it was like a loan or a cheap buy offer. I don't think he'd come to us, but I would still probably take him. I'd probably take him for the risk, but I don't know. I'm just really not a fan of Lopetegui coming in. Really not a fan of it. It doesn't excite me. I want to be excited when this doesn't excite me. Mbappe trying to get into his groove. I don't like Lopetegui 4-3-3. Where does Kudus play? Well, Paquetá's gone. So Kudus probably plays in the midfield because he plays in the midfield for Ghana and they play 4-3-3. And Kudus, I'm pretty sure Kudus' favoured position is actually through the middle and we'll move Bowen to the right. So taking Paquetá out might actually, I don't know. If we buy another number 10 and he has to compete with Kudus, that'll be fine. But I think the best way forward is for Bowen to be on the right and then Kudus in the middle. And then we just get an actual left winger, actual striker as well. I know he plays 4-3-3. Sometimes he plays 3 at the back. It's just a bit, I don't know, it's a bit shit. And the thing is, I've watched a few YouTube channels. I know I've heard West Ham Fan TV, Nicky say something's done. He said he didn't say what manager, but I'm assuming it's Lopetegui because we haven't been linked to anyone else. Apart from Amorim 3 weeks ago. And the other link, no, the other YouTube channel I watched, Claret and Booze, was saying Lopetegui's not done yet, according to their source. So I don't know who to fucking believe. They both have got top sources or whatever, but the thing is, if Lopetegui was done, I expect an announcement at the end of the season. I expect an announcement shortly after the Man City game. because they probably don't want to announce it whilst Moyes is technically still here. Almost give Moyes his time then. And I think in 2 weeks we're going to get that announcement of Lopetegui. Matson with the long throw. Fulcrook headed it. PSG panicking for no reason. This has been quite a boring game. First 8 minutes was kind of interesting, then after that it's been fucking shit. Arsenal fans really think we would do them a favour versus City? Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't come out of season and be like, oh yeah, one last job against City. We haven't got anything against City apart from the League Cup since 2015, I don't think. No. Actually, we drew at home with them twice. Against Mark Noble's last game and the lockdown game. That's the last draws we got, and the last time we got anything at the Etihad was the win. I'm pretty sure under Bilic. We're not going to do anything for them. I know some don't care about Arsenal winning the league and stuff, but our season's done. Our season's done. Like, I don't care. Our season's dead. They're not going to do anything against Man City, even if they tried. Even if they tried, they wouldn't do anything against Manchester City. I don't care who David Moyes plays. He'll probably still play his best team because he doesn't like anyone else. But it won't matter. It won't matter who he plays. Man City are winning every game. Hopefully, I can guarantee they're beating us. I can't guarantee Fulham and Tottenham, but I don't think. Surely by now they won't drop any more points. I want to lose to Luton, so Forest go down. Why do you hate Forest? I don't particularly want teams with points deductions to go down because I don't think it'll be fair. Because I doubt the Premier League are going to keep the same energy for Big Six clubs when it comes to these financial situations. I'm assuming you just want Luton to stay up, but I don't care what happens against Luton. I really don't care. I just want the season to end. I want it to end badly. Luckily, only 2 games left. I don't hate them. I want Luton to stay, fair enough. Yeah, Luton are kind of like... I mean, they play to the style that suits their squad. A lot of them players have been through... It's halftime at the PSG game. Very boring game. They play what suits their squad, and they get is very attacking, but it's very naive to think that they can stay up playing that way. To be completely honest, I think any promoted team that comes in, they've got to play. They've got to play a bit more defensive. They also got to buy a few defenders. Sorry, that are like experienced in the league or are just decent defenders. You got to buy defenders when you get promoted. People are just arguing about Lopetegui. People are just gonna argue regardless, man. People are just gonna go to a civil war. Like, this is gonna be long. This Lopetegui era is gonna be just as toxic, man. I don't know what's going on. This game has been shit, by the way. The first 8 minutes, it started off a bit back and forth, but honestly, I've, it's been a hard watch. It's gonna be toxic because of the "we told you so" if he doesn't do well. Yeah, I still want Fonseca. I don't think we're getting him. I don't think we're getting him. I'm trying to find out if there's any news. I don't think there is. Apparently, Tosin Adebayo has turned down Tottenham. He won't come to us then. Just talking about Kudus release clause. I couldn't care less about a Kudus release clause right now. That's my last worry. If I'm being deadly honest. I mean, I hope that we're not close to Fonseca. I mean, not close to Fonseca. I hope we're not close to Lopetegui or anything. I wanted a better option. I wanted a more exciting option. I'm going to be tired of it. I'm going to be tired of this club. And the thing is, next season, if we let's say we get Lopetegui, judging by my worries, I'm not going to be ranting and raving anymore. Like, not as aggressive as I was. I'm just going to be tired. I'm going to be tired of watching this club because I'm probably going to renew regardless because I don't really want to stay at home and watch games anymore. I mean, there's rumors of Lopetegui uh, getting his own backroom staff. I mean, the whole 2 year deal thing has not been signed, but obviously these accounts are going to post stuff with Tutu Makato Web as their source. They'll post anything with any source, and then people will eat it up. Someone just posted, according to Jim White on Talksport, Lopetegui isn't a done deal and he could potentially still join Bayern Munich. So that means he's going to West Ham because Talksport fucking reported it. Like, what if Talksport got anything right? Hello, Blank. How are you? Fake as fuck. Exactly. Exactly, man. They'll post anything. They'll post any source. Uh, yeah, yeah, you're right, Fuego. Making him look bigger than he is. Like, my thing is just this whole Bayern thing and the AC Milan thing was genuine interest. The fans didn't want him, but Bayern Munich, I don't believe. I've seen Bayern Munich linked to everyone. Even the Ten Hag thing was not sustainable and not sustainable. But he was on the list. He just wasn't a proper option. But what I don't get is the fact that why would Bayern go in for Ten Hag so they can say, see, we showed more ambition than Bayern. Yeah. Excuse me. I've just seen a ridiculous report from Talksport, but do I read something from Talksport? I know that ain't who I think it is. I just know that ain't who I think it is. It's a full game of chairs. You're right. You're right, brother. I've just seen that. I don't know whether it's true that what's his name? Andy Goldstein wants Alex Ferguson back as manager. The thing is, I can't click on the clip. Let me draw it. I'm gonna click on the clip. I'm gonna play it down a mic. I had the tweet here. Hold on. I had it and then I just reloaded the thing, so I can't find it again. Give me a sec. That is ridiculous. Imagine wanting fucking Ferguson back, bro. The guy's nearly dead.
For the FA Cup final against Man City.
Hold on.
Manchester United for the FA Cup final against Man City, having that dressing room to give the speech beforehand. Yep. Sir Alex Ferguson. So he becomes the manager just for the FA Cup final? Just for the FA Cup final. That gives...
What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? Brother, these players that play for Manchester United, they need fucking any god that exists. I don't believe in God, but if there is one, they fucking need it. United said don't need a manager, they need a full body switch. They need a new manager, they need new players. They need a whole new everything. You see these same players that have done this year in, year out for Man United, that were still there under batterings at when Solskjaer was there and when Mourinho was there. Some of them have been here since Van Gaal. United is finished. Yep, I agree, bro. And that's the thing. Like, a new manager does need to come in, but these players that play for Manchester United are absolutely diabolical as well, man. Like all of these big players. Think about all of the players that are still there from Solskjaer, Mourinho, and Van Gaal. They should all leave because they're not going to win anything with these big players. The Fernandes is a Rashford. I've never said that they're the problem yet, but they are two examples of very overhyped, overrated players that win you stuff in moments, but don't win you trophies. Great players are consistent and win you big things. These players that are inconsistent, they win you in big moments. These are not players that are good enough to win you big things. The Champions League, the Premier League. Same with Luke Shaw. Same with Harry Maguire, etc. Every manager, every big player say the same thing about the problem is the structure. That's what I guess what they're trying to do now with the director of football, Jason Wilcox and Ashworth and all that. Ronaldo said it was dirty and everything was the same when he came back. Yeah, he did say that. I think he said something about the gym being the same, the canteen being the same, or something like that. I mean, we all know what their owners are like. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about anything to do with the football side. They just care about the money, the commercial side, and that's it. And that is it. Other than that, what do these owners usually care about? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. I can't imagine their owners really cared about structure, but now there's a different shareholder in Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and we'll see if this structure is actually serious. If they're serious, they do a whole reload of this squad. Because if they don't reload this squad, we're going to continue to see Man United in between positions of at best third to eighth, and at best third. Because they could get top four again, they could get third, they'll be hyped for a season, and then they'll go back down to eighth. But they won't care about the pattern. They'll keep hyping these players up. They'll say this player needs this player needs that. It doesn't matter anymore because they'll keep overhyping them. Should have sold it. Yep. I mean, they were hyping up having Qataris there, and apparently, according to people that knew the Qataris, Apparently, the Glazers were some of the most greedy people ever. That they were actually that hard to deal with when it came to the business side of actually trying to buy Manchester United. So even for Saudis, it was too expensive to. It was uh, it was too expensive to buy. Or not Saudis, Qatari. Sorry. Isn't Rashford paid 350k? Yep. I don't know why. Just for well, I do know why. It's because he's academy kid and all this bollocks. Rashford's never really had 2 seasons in a row where he's been consistent. But of course, he's been compared to Mbappe and uh, all of that bollocks. That's the thing. That's the big problem. That's why they're in this mess as well, because they pay Rashford, people like Rashford, 350k. Luke Shaw's still there. He's been there 10 years. Martial is just leaving in the summer. But Tomine is a footballer, according to Manchester United. Harry Maguire is still there. Lindelof is still there. Wan-Bissaka is still there. Bruno Fernandes is a moments based player, very heavily overrated. Alejandro Garnacho has been overhyped to the moon. Rasmus Højlund has been bought for 70 million as their only striker that's fit, and he's not even really that good. If I'm being completely honest, I want to give everyone the first season, but I saw way more fundamentals in Gianluca Scamacca than I did Rasmus Højlund. United becoming a mid-tier club, exactly. And I feel like you're going to see that for a few years, especially if they have the rebuild. Unless they start buying really smart, they're gonna stay like that. They're gonna stay like that. And I can guarantee you, Fernandez will get a new contract. Bruno Fernandez will get a new contract, and they won't. Bruno Fernandez will never ever win the league in any country unless it's like Saudi or something. You see, if Bruno Fernandez is in the top 5 leagues ever, in the top 5 leagues, think about the top 5 leagues. If Bruno Fernandez moves to any club in the top 5 leagues, and even if he stays at Manchester United, he won't win the league. He won't win a league in any of these leagues. He won't be a key factor, even if he's there. Very overrated. One of the most overrated players ever. Only in England can we overrate a player that just gets stats. There's no point in watching football when people rate people like Bruno Fernandes. Because all you have to do is just look at SofaScore, the Premier League app, and apparently he's a good player just from that. I'm not saying he's shit, but he's not great. He's not anything special. Like, think about the number 10s that are in the league. They do way more than him. They offer way more than him. People laugh at Madison. Madison's been shit recently, but Tottenham without Madison as well haven't been great either. So is Madison the problem? No. Odegaard is very key towards Arsenal. I can't name many things that Fernandez got a better long shot. Other than that, I don't know what Fernandez can do more than Odegaard. Don't get me started on the comparisons to Kevin De Bruyne. Did you hear what the manager said about him not getting players he wanted? Oh my god. Uh, what Ten Hag? I heard about Ten Hag's interview with Gary Neville when he was talking about um, De Jong and Kane. If you wanted these players and you're angry that you didn't get these players, you should have left. If you was that angry about not getting these players, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was talking about I missed out on Bellingham and all this. Seems to be a theme. You don't go with the manager's targets and all that, but he tried to lie and said it was about De Jong and Casemiro. But instead of De Jong, he was just giving Casemiro. Second half has started. But that's the problem. Like their manager, like you can tell when the manager's on the edge of losing their job by what they say, and he is one of them. He throws himself into the mud. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. There's red flares everywhere in that PSG, and Probably speaking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's probably in the crowd for this game. Honestly, is this game really going to end 0-0? I know the second half's only just started, but is this game really going to end 0-0? Like, fucking hell, man. This has been the worst, one of the worst games of the year. Here's Dembele. Hakimi ball in and Ryerson nearly kicks into his own net. He said that Jose got what he wanted. Don't compare yourself with Jose Mourinho. And Mourinho didn't even get what he wanted. Mourinho wanted Maguire when he was at the club. He didn't like his centre backs. He didn't even want. I'm assuming you meant. Oh, what's the save? Actually, no, he hit it wide, didn't it? PSG nearly scored. I'm assuming you're saying, do I think Neymar's finished? Neymar's injured in the Saudi league. He's finished himself. He's not, but he was a baller at his time, and honestly, he's very underrated in terms of not very underrated, but like very overhated. But going back to the Jose thing, Jose never got players he wanted really either. I'm not saying it wasn't right for Jose to go because it was toxic. Once you leave the dressing room, you have to go. But I mean, all of these managers didn't get the players they wanted either, so there's not really much to compare yourself with. So saying that Mourinho got all the players he wanted, it's just a lie. It's a lie. But that seems to be also the theme of Mourinho at these clubs of late. Like, he didn't get what he wanted at Roma, didn't get what he wanted at Tottenham. I'm curious to see where Mourinho goes next. I know Qatar want him. He has been finished from the last season with PSG. This is the thing. I hated that PSG move. Like, that Barcelona front three was the best front three I've ever watched. And I hated that move. Same way I hated Ronaldo moving to Juventus. I hated it. Because I just wanted to watch them play against each other every year. When El Clasico was El Clasico. That was peak El Clasico. Oh, the amount of enjoyment I got from that time from Barcelona to Real Madrid, that was just those eras. We will never forget. We will never forget when it was Ramos, Pepe, Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol, Piqué. We'll never forget it. We'll never ever forget it. And that PSG move, yeah. I know for money. And listen, the Neymar documentary on Netflix is good, by the way. I remember watching it last year. It was actually really interesting, but it just didn't feel right, man. It's not the same. And he probably wants to go to be the main man. I get it, but on it, just from a footballing point of view, like watching them three play together, it was just a thing of beauty. You don't get that in football anymore. You will never ever see a front three like that ever again. Oh, bro, but the corner, it's 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund. On aggregate, it's 1-0 in total, and that is done. Dortmund are through to the final. I'm gonna say it right now. Finally, a bit of excitement. Finally. And it was from a fucking set piece as well. Borussia Dortmund are pretty much through to the final. They're probably going to face your team, bro. I'm pretty. You'll win tomorrow. It's going to be a Real Madrid Dortmund final. PSG, that is poor. And I can see Luis Enrique getting a lot of backlash from this. The players have been shit. Very one-dimensional. No commanding from the box from Donnarumma. Terrible. That was amateur marking from their defenders. I said it from the last game they would go through. Yeah, do you know what? I think originally I would have said PSG would have gone through, but I'm very happy Dortmund have gone through. They don't give up. They don't give up. Like, Atletico were way better against PSG. I mean, way better against Dortmund than PSG have been. That's woken me up a bit because I am exhausted, and this game has also made me a bit bored. But Sancho, oh, it's a foul ref. Oh, no, he's not giving it. But yeah, as I was saying before the goal, that MSN game, that the El Clasicos, the MSN, bruv, the Benzema, Ronaldo, Bale front three. Do you remember that Copa? Was it Copa del Rey? Oh, you'll know blank. Was it Copa del Rey when Bale went round? I think it might have been Busquets. He went off the pitch and went back on the pitch to score. Like that was that. I remember talking about that goal the next day. Have you seen Trent's marking against Everton? Yeah, we did a watch along for that. That was, well, that was pretty much the same. That was basically the same goal. That was pretty much exactly the same goal. Dortmund scored that Everton goal. That was exactly the way Trent marked Calvert-Lewin. So it's a full German final. It's not going to be. It's no chance. If you let Bayern win at your ground, that would be a twist. Tuchel going back up against Dortmund, his former club, in the Champions League final would be mental. I would love Dortmund to win that. I can't lie. I'm gonna root for Dortmund in the final regardless because you guys have got enough Champions Leagues. But yeah, it's good for them, man. They're pretty much through. And the thing is, I wouldn't usually say that they're through in any normal game, but PSG have been awful. Yeah, it was Bale. Was it? Yeah, it was Copa del Rey, innit? He went round. I think it was Busquets, so number 15. So I think Busquets were number 15 at the time. Hakimi's cross cleared away. Oh, full crook. He can start another counter. Do you know what? To be fair to this ref, he's let a lot of things go. It's Julian Brandt. Oh, they slowed it down a bit. Adeyemi. Yeah, they're cooked. They are completely fried. Completely fried. It's Julian Brandt. The best part about the old Clásicos as well is that they used to fight all the time. Mbappe, good tracking back there. Something we never see from Mbappe. And there were so many fights. Mourinho poked that Barcelona player in the eye. Like, he managed to get away with that. The batterings from both teams. The Ronaldo Messi both scoring a brace against each other. Like, that was peak Ronaldo Messi era, man. That's why I don't give a shit about. I love Messi and Ronaldo, yeah, especially Messi. I love them both, but I don't care about Saudi and MLS. No offense. I don't care about them leagues. I don't care. Like when they were fighting at the top together, well, against each other together. You know what I mean? That was the that was the peak era. It's still spicy, but not like them days. I can't remember the last time. Do you know what the last El Clasico I watched was in lockdown? I think. I don't even remember those lineups there. I just thought this is shit. As soon as Ronaldo left, it became so bad because at that point, who did we have left? We had Messi, Busquets, well, I guess Cruz, Modric, Benzema, and I guess Vinicius was coming through. Like Real Madrid had more of the players that you would have liked. Like Barcelona turned to shit. Barcelona had Braithwaite, bro. Marco Reus is coming off Adeyemi. Marco Reus is leaving at the end of the season as well. Damn, that's a long time. Yeah, do you know what? Like, I used to watch El Clasico every year. Like every year, I would find a way every year. Sometimes it'd be on English TV, especially more back in the day. But I know sometimes you get the big Spanish games on ITV4 now, but I don't want to tune into an El Clasico now. I don't care about Barcelona. Like Real, like I'm only there to like Real Madrid have got players you want to watch. Like you want to watch Vinicius, Camavinga, etc. But I don't want to watch anyone else in at Barcelona really. João Felix is good. I like João Felix as a footballer, but Pedri's good. Other than that, who do I want to watch? Do you think if Ronaldo stayed, they could have won more trophies? What, Madrid at the time? I'm I'm trying to think when he left. They won Champions Leagues. They still won Champions Leagues. Maybe a couple more leagues. I don't know. I think the structure was right for Ronaldo. I know he probably wants to go on a new challenge and stuff, but why did he have to go to Juventus? That was one of the most boring transfer moves in history, by the way. Ronaldo going to Juventus and to a football team that were already winning their league so many times. Like, that was so boring. I don't want to watch that. The only time I liked watching Ronaldo at Juventus was that Atletico game where he gave it back to Simeone. Yeah, La Liga's falling off, especially Barca being bad. They have fucked up their money. We still won. We still won after he left. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what more. What more he could have added? I guess like, Real Madrid are fine regardless. Really, like not winning the league for 1 year, it's failure. And that's how good they are. That's how good they are. That's how much they win. Yeah, those were the days though. That was like peak football. Like Pep Mourinho. Like even when it was like after Pep and it was like Benitez was at Real Madrid and stuff like. Those were the days just to watch El Clasico. Yeah, what like the debate in school was used to be which team had the better front three. For me, it was always MSN. But Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, that's a very good front three. That's a world class front three. PSG have been lackluster all game. They haven't played like they need to win. Pepe's still good. Yeah, Pepe's still doing well at Porto. We played well against Arsenal. If we win this Champions, players will pass Ronaldo's 5 champions. Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. You guys win a lot of Champions Leagues. Like, Kroos and Modric are still there. Like, I think Kroos is staying. I don't know whether Modric is staying. Obviously, Vinicius has got a few under his belt. So has Rodrigo. So has Valverde, Camavinga. Like, this would be Camavinga's second, I think. Tchouaméni's second as well. If they win. Like, it's still a very good squad from Real Madrid. Like, you guys have actually invested properly. You guys have used your money properly. Meanwhile, Barcelona, on the other hand, have not. Even Ramos is doing well. He's doing well at Sevilla, from what I've heard. He's gone back there. It's a good sentiment moment. Because Sevilla are shit now. Oh, it's over the bar from Goncalo Ramos. They haven't created many chances, PSG, but again, that was dead. I've always thought Enrique plays a shit, like in terms of shit, I mean boring style of position football, I can't lie. I've never found it entertaining. I hated that Spain team in the World Cup, like a couple years ago. I hated watching that. Matson with the block is up for PSG corner. Like the video if you haven't, guys. Rota 300 and 500 is on. We're 25 away from 300. And obviously, we're over halfway to 500. So, trying to get hit there before the end of the year, as you two probably already know. The owner is ruthless. Sometimes I don't like how he doesn't spend sometimes, but fair play keeping us in the top. Yeah, do you know what? Oh, PSG have hit the post. Jesus Christ, now they're getting shots off. Do you know what? Compared to you haven't watched Jimmy Lozano ball then. No, Jesus. It must be bad then. Compare if it's worse than I guess Luis Enrique isn't that bad. If Jimmy Lozano's that bad then. But this is the thing with Real Madrid's owner, like if you compare it now, in hindsight, you could have ended up like Barcelona. You could have ended up in their situation where they're sponsored by Spotify to make money. They're changing their name. People are getting married in the stadium, etc. I'm hearing all this stuff about how Barcelona are trying to earn money. Meanwhile, you guys can still make money, and you guys find the next hidden gem. You guys have elite scouts, and because you're the biggest club in the world anyway, if they're gonna see any other option and then they see Real Madrid, they'll be like, "I'm going Real Madrid," unless it's for playing time reason. I don't think they're gonna play. Ramos has missed again. This guy's shit. But you guys will always find someone, like whether they're old or young. Like you'll find a right experienced player that fits, like a Rudiger, like an Alaba, and then you'll find the next best thing, like a Valverde, a Camavinga, a Chouameni. You guys always do it somehow. Always somehow. Always find a way. Barcola's come on. Mbappe's gone up front. Fabio Ruiz has come off for Asensio, so I'm assuming Ramos is off as well. 4-2-3-1 now. Maybe Asensio playing just behind will help Mbappe up front because Mbappe up front didn't work last time. Is Royce, is Sancho. Marco Royce. Sabitzer. Let's give it straight back to Sancho. Oh, Sancho's done well to keep the ball, but he messed around with it too much. Barcola. Sabitzer, yep. Good professional foul. Lol 4-3-3 back 4 passing the ball side to side, then back 4 passing the ball side to side, then long balls to Lozano for him to shoot near post and act surprised when it's blocked or overshot. Or Antuna doing 20 cutbacks and a terrible cross. Is that the Mexico manager? Is he still the manager now? Sounds like West Ham. Oh, it is. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I was going to ask a stupid question. Oh. PSG have been given a free kick. Dembele's finally come alive. I was going to ask a stupid question, but I'm going to check it first. I want to check if it's not stupid. Give me a sec. Okay. I was going to ask if Mexico were in Copa America. They definitely are. They're facing Jamaica as the first game. I hope Copa America's on BBC iPlayer like it was last time because I enjoyed watching that. Yeah, so you must not fancy your chances in the Copa America then, Fuego. This guy told me today, be careful what you wish for. And it was a Chelsea fan. It's just pathetic. He said, I would rather see good football and get relegated. A typical narrative. Apparently, we want to see good football and get relegated. I don't know where people come up with this narrative. Typical people that just watch TalkSport and Sky Josiah. You're just putting up with TalkSport, guys. If you remember, Lozano goals versus Germany, that's all he tried to do and act surprised when they know that's what he's doing. So it's just bare predictable. We're getting grouped. But you're not getting out of the group. You don't think you're getting out of the group. Ecuador versus Venezuela second. You're going to come below Venezuela. I'm trying to think, who did Venezuela have? I don't even remember any Venezuelan ballers now. Asensio with the free kick is blocked. They might look at that for VAR though. Apparently, it bounced off someone's hand, and you know what UEFA are like with handballs. Ecuador is hard to break down. Same with Venezuela. Jeez. Do you know what? In the summer, if Copa America's on, I'll keep an eye on Mexico just for you, because I want to see what you're worried about. Because obviously England is shit, so we're not winning the Euros. We've got a great squad. We've got a terrible manager. You got Jamaica though. You should win that game. Mikel Antonio. Maybe Mikel Antonio does something, or he might not even get called up because I've heard that the Jamaican FA or something, or whoever is up there, are not happy with the English players not representing. Sancho's come off. They're not happy with the players playing in the English leagues not representing, but it's hard for them because of the whole travel and that. And then they want to come back as sharp as possible back for their club. Marco Royce has done well since he come on. Matson just giving people hell. PSG have just turned like they chose the 60th minute to turn up. It's kind of embarrassing, can't lie. We lost to Qatar, who got invited to the Gold Cup with like 30 shots. Lozano doesn't know how to break teams down. So why is he still there? I feel like you guys have been underachieving for a while then. Yeah, FA clearly don't give a shit. Emery is Vitinha. Here's Barcola. Dortmund are defending well. Oh yeah, you said yeah. I forgot about that. They are corrupt. Dembele with the cross. Matson clearing it. Dembele. Vitinha. Mendes. Barcola. Dortmund are doing all the dark arts. One of their players have gone down to delay the whole thing. Yeah, because I remember in the Copa America last time, like when the Euros was going on, it would be the middle of the night. I'll be chilling in like the PlayStation party, talking to my mates. Then my mate told me that it was on BBC iPlayer, so I hope I get to watch it again because it's just in the middle of the night. You get to watch a match then. 2004, 2006, like Volpe was the best. Have you lot kind of fell off then since then? You got very unlucky. Well, fair enough. If it helps, there's no country that I'm from that are good at football. There are literally none. All the countries I'm from are shit at football. .20 minutes left. Don't think PSG are going to get 3 goals. It'll be miraculous even if they get 1. They cannot break Dortmund down at all. Hakimi to Dembele. Dortmund throwing. Copa America, we beat Brazil, top group, make it to the semis, lose to Argentina on penalties where they played so dirty. Brazil make it to the final to beat Argentina. That is unlucky. And I think it's very hard to break the mold of Brazil and Argentina when it comes to the Copa America stuff. Like if you're one of them nations that can break the mold in the Copa America, you can take it on the chin there. I watched that Brazil Argentina friendly like that happened in like November, December. That was fucking chaos. I hope they face each other in Copa America. I think the Sir Daddy on Twitter is a wind-up merchant, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely a wind-up merchant. I'm mutuals with him on Twitter. I think he's all right. Like, I think he's calm, but he is a wind-up merchant. Like, I made a tweet about Moyes, and he quote tweeted it saying "Hose mad," like with the Hose mad video. Like that's just what he does, man. I wouldn't pay attention to him. Honestly, like if you're like not in a serious way. He called ex-West Ham employee a fraud. Kind of the same in Confederation Cup next year, lol. Fam, that's unlucky. I can't lie. Thing is, this way in Europe it doesn't really make any sense because we're meant to have one of the better squads in Europe, and England and France. Apart from France, England probably do have the best squad, but we always seem to lose to everyone good because we hire shit managers, and we don't really call up the right players, in my opinion. Is Mbappe way over the bar? There's a lot of Twitter accounts out there that I don't take serious because you think without them showing their face, you never know whether they've gone to a game, whether they go to games, how long they've supported West Ham for if they are an abroad fan. Because there's a lot of abroad fans that they follow me on YouTube, like actual West Ham fans. But some of these people could just put anyone behind the picture and just say what the fuck they want to say. That's kind of what's shit about football Twitter. I'll be completely honest. And I do kind of want to see what these people look like. And I just want to see the perspective of when they're tweeting this dumb shit. This is why I only pay attention to. I was literally about to say his name, and you put him in the chat. Just so, yeah, ex-West Ham employee. Literally, the guy doesn't get anything wrong. You just wait until he reports something just to get confirmation, because there's not really much point paying attention to anyone else. Like Fabrizio and David Ornstein, don't get me wrong, they're very reliable, but the top man to rely on when it comes to West Ham is ex-West Ham employee, and I'm gonna assume as well when it comes to inside West Ham news, them two sometimes will get the scoop of him, because I'm pretty sure Ornstein. Someone tagged ex-West Ham employee in one of Ornstein's reports on a West Ham thing one time, and Ornstein said, "Oh, I didn't even check the Patreon." So he subscribed to the Patreon to get news. As much as I'm not subscribed to the Patreon, I think he's sick, man. He gets unneeded hate. He gets unneeded hate because he is right, and they're just running out of things that to hate on someone for. Julian Brandt gets a corner there, and they'll give him hate and be like, "Oh, you don't have to claim that you're first all the time." Well, that is kind of the point. Like nobody else knew. You might as well claim it as an exclusive. That's what everyone does. That's what Fabrizio does. And when you see that exclusive, it's that news hits different, man. Argentina owns us in football. 2006 World Cup. Marquez. Oh, it's 3-0, but it's offside. Argentina own us in football. 2006 World Cup. Marquez early goal. Then Pulgetti own goal. Then an extra time Maxi Golasso to eliminate us. Bruv, Argentina just different, man. It's like Germany, England, bro. Like, even though we beat them last time in the Euros, I was a Finnish Germany side. Like, one of the first games I watched in football was, the first thing I watched in football was that 2010 World Cup. And when I watched that Germany England game, that was bullying. Even though England should have had a goal, it didn't make a fucking difference to the bigger picture. Germany dominate England. Like, Germany own, yeah. In fact, Germany own everyone. They do. Like, nowadays, they're shit. They're playing Kai Havertz at left back, and they've got Nagelsmann in charge now. And don't get me wrong, they've got some great talent. We'll see how they do, because it's obviously in their country, and they'll probably go under the radar this tournament. But it's that defense. I'm not sure on their defense. Why? I don't know why they don't ever produce fullbacks. Apart from David Raum, I don't know who else for Germany they have at left back. With their attackers, they've obviously got Florian Wirtz, they've got Jamal Musiala, they've got Leroy Sané. I mean, Havertz has been on form, so maybe he'll take that into the tournament. They've got Kimmich as well. I'm sure Kimmich will be playing right back because they've got enough midfielders. Gundogan will be there, I'm sure. Tony Kroos is back. So everything further forward from the defence is good. Because apart from Rudiger, I can't really think of anyone else. I don't know whether Hummel still plays for them. Jonathan Tah. Yeah, that's why I asked this a week ago. Just what happens to Ginger Tom on Twitter? I honestly don't know. He just disappeared. I just stopped seeing him on my timeline complaining about referees, and I just wonder where he went. I've seen him in a chat of a couple of YouTube channels before, but I've not seen him in a while. Like, some of these accounts, because you don't know them personally, you just seen him disappear. I was mutuals with him. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen his account. Well, he deactivated, but God knows why. It's a weird pass. Oh, Mbappe was going to try to overhead kick it there. Tried it twice. Mbappe's been a ghost this whole match. Is Sir Daddy the same one as E20? So they're not the same person. I've seen they've been in the same Twitter space. I don't listen to Twitter spaces though. Obviously, big up E20. I know E20 gets a lot of hate, but he's shown support on his channel before. He was in the chat for the Crystal Palace preview. I forgot that he followed me, so I forgot he knew who I was. He had to restart his account. I don't know why he had to restart his account, but he had to restart his account on Twitter. But they're not the same person. Like, E20 is an actual, human. Like we know what he looks like, With Sir Danny, like, nothing against him, but he's definitely a troll. He's funny though. I do find him funny, but like, I don't know. I don't think I'm meant to take him serious. When they do the player ratings, there's E20, Lucas, and Sir Daddy. Is Sir Daddy on his YouTube channel then? He got banned. Was there a reason why he got banned? Like, what did he do? Was he banned for wrong reasons? Was he rightfully banned? Because I have no idea. I don't pay attention to this shit. I'm a bit of not a conspiracy, but when the whole Lopetegi thing came out, obviously we like, and the reason why I think it's a conspiracy because you know what Sullivan's like with the media and stuff. With this whole Lopetegi stuff in general, what I will say is we only see stuff in the media when it's needed to be done. So, for example, with this Moyes thing that happened, yeah, the Lopetegi news came out the same day that Moyes was gone. So, the exclusive came out then. But we haven't heard anything since. So, surely if it was that advanced, it'll be done by now. So, either it's going to happen after the Manchester City game, or it wasn't as close as people reported. I don't know how. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I haven't seen his I haven't seen him explain it or anything. So I don't know. Coming up to less than 10 minutes of the game plus added time, it doesn't look like PSG are going to come back. I think Dortmund looked the better team regardless anyway. I was going to do a match reaction, but I'm literally exhausted. So I might do a combination match reaction of both Champions League games tomorrow. I've had a long day. I'm going to have a long day tomorrow, but I'm not going to have a long day on Thursday. I need to go to bed early. I need to get up very early tomorrow. So all of that. But other than that, after that, I'm just gonna end the stream when the game's done, and yeah, make sure to like the video as well. Make sure to like the stream. Subscribe if you're new as well. If you're already subscribed, share it to someone who isn't subscribed, so we can get to 300, then 500. I feel like no matter what, West Ham Twitter is always going to be at war. It's always going to be at war. Like we've always had fights, disagreed, etc. Probably the most divided fan base online. Always fighting, always doing nonsense, always going from one extreme to the other in terms of opinion. And I feel like that's going to continue under the Lopetegui reign because a lot of people didn't want him in the first place anyway. A lot of people didn't want him, including myself. But there's a lot of people that are going to show support because he's West Ham, so you're gonna have to back him anyway and all that stuff. I got banned on I got banned on Twitter on Christmas Eve, so I made a new account. I got suspended for copyright. Oh fucking hell. Yeah, Twitter take copyright very fucking seriously. They take it more serious than abuse. They like Twitter do not play with copyright at all. That's why you got when you see a comp on your timeline and you really want to watch a comp, you gotta watch it straight away. Otherwise, you don't have a chance of getting that back. Is Nuno Mendes? PSG just look passive. They're still passing the ball slow. They haven't changed anything up. You saw like one or two quick flashes from Dembele. Didn't see anything from Mbappe today, so don't really. I've seen nothing from PSG, and I'm not particularly surprised either. Mendes. Here's Beraldo. Mendes. Vitinha, Hakimi. Dembele. Cross in. Kolomuani. Cabell with the save. Hakimi. Mbappe. Oh my god. What a save from Cabell. Jesus Christ. That is real unlucky. That's a great save. I didn't hit the bar. It's a bit too late though. It's a bit too little, too late. I have to say. PSG got a corner. Is Dembele? Dembele's corner's been shit all game. It's really bad. Terrible deliveries. Vitinha. Hakimi. Dembele again. Twisted Matson. Headed away. Headed away by Hummels. Vitinha again. Shot blocked. Good clearance. Out for a throw-in. Dortmund are defending well. They deserve these 2 clean sheets. Because even though PSG have had chances in both games, they've quite obviously been the better team throughout this whole time. Jesus Christ, Vitinha just hit the bar. What a shot. That would have changed the whole dynamic and made it squeaky bum time. But now they can counter. Will they counter? Nah. But ultimately, they've quite obviously been the best team. Like Dortmund just looked like more of a team than PSG have this whole time in both legs. Vitinha's had a bit of a spark the last 5 minutes. With them needing to go and win the game, they've been way better. This referee's been really good. He hasn't fallen for anyone's tricks. He hasn't fallen for anyone's tricks in terms of fouls. Barcola's been alright since he's come on. Barcola. Mbappe. Hakimi's got too much space. That's a great block. Oh, it's over the bar from that number 19 for PSG. Just want to skip to Thursday, man. Can't be asked for tomorrow. Can't be asked. I've got to go on a long fucking bus ride. Wake up early. Long bus ride to the same place I went to today. Then, fair enough, I'm then not watching the Champions League. It's fine after that. Nah, they won't do anything. It's too late. It's too late. I don't think PSG done enough to, like, throughout the whole of the second leg to make it look like that they needed a goal. Like, every time their quick players got the ball or tried to make something happen, Hummel, Schlotterbeck, their whole defense, Ryerson, Matson, they all were on it straight away. They closed everyone down. They just got the ball all the time. It was great. It's great defending. And PSG haven't done enough. Like, for all the attack, all the big names on the pitch, all the technicians, for all the skill set that they have, there's been no application in this game whatsoever. They haven't played like it's a knockout tie, and it's another corner for Dembele. He looks like he's about to take it short, but every time he's taken a normal corner, it hasn't gone anywhere. And again, it hasn't beat the first man. Again, he's been the worst player on the pitch. Dembele has been the worst player on the pitch. It's been terrible to watch. I'm sick of watching PSG week in, week out, like year in, year out in the Champions League, being underachievers all the time. They don't apply themselves. When they don't ever apply themselves. Do you know what? Because it's not till 10. What I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna do my match reaction on this stream, and I'm gonna screen record it on my phone and then put it as a separate video. Like I've done for the past few streams. I will do a match reaction because I was not going to do. I was going to go straight to bed, but it's not even 10 yet, so I will do one. It'll be a short one though. It'll be like 3 minutes. So 3 minutes after this game's done, I'll do a match reaction. I think Madrid can win their 15th then. Yeah, I agree. Like Bayern aren't doing anything tomorrow, and I think that it'll be too easy for them to face Dortmund. In my opinion, like Dortmund are a really good team, but Real Madrid have too much know-how. They have too much, and once those really experienced players like the Modric and Kroos move on, their young players will be not young anymore. They'll be young but experienced. Like Camavinga's a young player, but he's got a lot of experience now. Like this will be his second Champions League. This will be Tchouaméni's second Champions League. I'll be very surprised if Bayern go through tomorrow. It'll be a more interesting final though. And wait, is that Wembley again? I just realised the final's at Wembley again. If it's Bayern Dortmund Wembley again, that'll be mental. But that'll be funny. They're running down the clock now. Schlotterbeck's running down the clock from centre back. They've won the game pretty much. Try to waste time there. But it'll be very comfortable for Real Madrid. They'll definitely win their 15th. And to be honest, it was always going to be whoever won that Real Madrid Manchester City game. It was always going to be comfortable from there. Like I do think Bayern would have made it just as uncomfortable for Man City as they did for Real Madrid at the Allianz, but you can't take it back to Bernabeu and Etihad and not turn up. I do wonder who Bayern Munich are going to get as manager though, because there's not really many options left. And Tuchel's not going to stay because he's fell out with the owner. I'm pretty sure. So Cross, Barcola. Oh, it doesn't really matter if they score now. Clearing it right to the corner. I like it. I like it. I mean, is there one last chance to get a goal? Mbappe's through. He fell over. It didn't really matter if he scored there because it would have been over anyway. And Borussia Dortmund are through. All right, match reaction. Borussia Dortmund are through. They are through to the final of the Champions League for the first time in 11 years. They've gone over to celebrate with their fans. Their ultras have gone straight to the front from what I can see on the TV. There's going to be a lot for security to do. Hopefully they don't go too bad. Hopefully they don't storm the pitch or anything like that, so it doesn't become too dangerous. But overall, Real Madrid, fucking no. Borussia Dortmund deserved it. By far, they deserved it. And throughout the two legs, as much as they didn't create that many chances themselves, they created enough chances for them to get over the line, to be clinical enough. And they defended really well. I would argue in both legs, though, PSG had chances to at least equalize at some point. Like, they were way better than them in both legs, in my opinion. But it became a theme of both of the games where the similar things happened, where in both games, PSG were right at the end, they had the momentum. And when they did have the momentum, they had chances, but they were falling on the post. Cabell was making saves. Dortmund made a lot of great blocks today as well. I'll tell you that for free. Dortmund made a lot of great blocks. Jadon Sancho's in the final of the Champions League. Ian Matson's in the final of the Champions League. Two players that were supposedly not good enough for their English clubs. Supposedly. Even though, in my opinion, Man United are talent killers. I don't know why Ian Maatson was not competing with Cucurella at left back for Chelsea, because Ben Chilwell's been stinking it out. Colwill was not been good enough for Chelsea at left back either. I want to give a shout out to Matt Hummels, though. Matt Hummels and Schlotterbeck, both of them at centre back, were absolutely top. Bodies on the line, experience and youth, sort of youth, young player, sort of. Them combined as a partnership was really good. I'm pretty sure Schlotterbeck is German as well. Maybe he'll be called up to the Euros. And I think if them two are called up to the Euros for Germany, that could give them a boost as well. It's great to see the flags and the fans celebrating with the players. The PSG Ultras will not be happy whatsoever with that performance. That was diabolical. Ousmane Dembele was the worst player on the pitch by far. The worst player. The worst player on the pitch by far. Even though he could do all right with both feet and stuff like that, he was so ineffective. None of the corners or crosses made it past the first man. It was awful from Ousmane Dembele. It was an awful performance. Their whole right side was ineffective. Kylian Mbappe, even though he played in his better position today for most part of the game, he did nothing either. They didn't even go down the left side that much, PSG. They didn't even use Mbappe that much. I didn't see anything from Goncalo Ramos apart from the 2 chances that he should have done better than. If you're in those positions, you got to at least get some of those shots on target or test their keeper more. At least make their keeper stretch for it. But none of that happened today. And that's why PSG are out. Alright, guys. Make sure to like the video. Thank you guys for joining into the watch along and the little match reaction at the end. The Bayern Munich Real Madrid stream will be tomorrow. And it'll be same time, 7:45. Be there. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Keep an eye on the channel as well for uploads. Road to 500 subscribers. Nearly on 300. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.